Tua has just been drafted to the Miami Dolphins. Tag for Tua worked. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Touchdowns to Home Runs. I'm your host, Noah. And just before we get started on this analysis and just hyping Tua up, going to the Dolphins, I just want to say, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do. Me and my partner Bernie have been working so hard to get this channel off the ground and make some of the best sports content on YouTube. So if you want to help us out, we would be so appreciative if you could hit that subscribe button right now. You guys just drafted a good player if you're a Dolphins fan, so you're in a good mood. So definitely go help us out and hit that button. But without further ado, let's get started on this video. So now I just want to talk about how he has done in 2019 and before that even. Last year, this is all with a bit of an asterisk because he did get injured in the Mississippi State game and did not play for the rest of the season. He had 2,840 yards for 33 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a 71.4 completion rate. Even though he was injured, those are still some pretty good numbers. I know he had a huge receiving core. Ruggs, Waddle, Judy, and Devontae Smith. Man, that might be the best 4 receivers that have ever been on one team in all of college football history. Those guys were so much fun to watch. And just Tua on this team, before the injury started to happen, he was just so dominant in everything. Even after he came back for the LSU game, like, he was a bit shaky in parts of that game, but still, like, you're taking that guy over most of the players in college football, even though he has ankle problems. Like, this guy is such a good quality player that it was so hard to pass up. Just looking at some of this guy's strengths, his ability to scan the field from the pocket. He's also very good at playing with the safety. If you watch from that national championship game in 2018 against Georgia, that was 2018, right? Yeah, 2018. I was thinking, but it was the 2017 season. He was just so good after coming in there and playing with Georgia's safeties and everything. You saw the last play of the game-winning touchdown, how he drew that safety off. Who was it? Devontae who caught the game-winning? I'm pretty sure it was Devontae who caught the game winner. I could be wrong though, but he just looked off that safety away from him and just dropped that ball in perfectly. So that's definitely a strength. He throws the ball so confidently in tight coverage. One of my favorite plays ever of Tua, going back to that national championship game. I think it was a 4th and goal or whatever. And just as a guy who's coming in his first game ever, I was so shocked that he threw a slant right to someone, I forget who, but he just zipped it in there. Most college quarterbacks, especially in that situation, your first game ever in the national championship, would have tried to aim that ball, probably throw it a bit weaker, and that definitely would have been inaccurate. But he was able to stay in that pocket and just deliver that ball with such power and such accuracy that I was absolutely amazed. That was my favorite Tua play by far. Last is accuracy on all levels of the field. He is so good at throwing the ball deep, hitting his receivers in stride. Those are his main strength, but there's so many more. Obviously the ankle is a weakness. I've talked about this. Hopefully it heals up because he is going to be a real great player in this league. Now I just want to talk about how he will do on the Dolphins. He will have a top 10 receiver in Devontae Parker and then have another decent receiver in Preston Williams. He has a pretty good tight end in Mike Gesicki out of Penn State. He's a really good player too. The offensive line is definitely a weakness, so the Dolphins definitely need to build on that, or else Tua is going to get sacked a lot this year. He may be forced. I know teams are definitely going to be blitzing a lot against him, testing that ankle. So O-line is definitely something the Dolphins got to work on. The Dolphins still have 2 more first-round picks in this round and then 2 more in the second round. So hopefully they can pick up some O-linemen and build around him. The Dolphins did a good job, especially building their defense, especially with a guy named Byron Jones. That was a huge pickup. While other AFC teams, like definitely the Patriots, struggled in free agency. So the Dolphins made a huge step up with other teams couldn't. I guess the Bills kind of made some improvements because they added Stephon Diggs, a really good wide receiver. So I think the Dolphins could come second in the AFC East. Obviously, I'd had the Bills as my favorite, but who knows? Now I just want to talk about his chances at Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he has a pretty high chance on the Dolphins. Obviously, you're going to be going up against Burrow and Herbert. But I still think Tua definitely has it. He could put up some big stats on the Dolphins. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if he is able to come out with an offensive rookie of the year after this season. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Definitely go hit that subscribe button down below if you're a Dolphins fan. Like the video, comment, and thank you for watching, and come back next time.